Hello everyone, so today I'm going to try to customize a rogue figure, and for starters we have all the three main rogues I have here, which is, this is the X-Men 97 rogue, which has a head sculpt that I really like, but I don't like the hair. This is the retro-carded rogue with a really nice hair, and this is my shortened Marvel Select rogue that is still a little bit too tall, but she looks good next to Gambit. So my thing is, like I said, I don't like this hair. It looks very much like the last season of the original X-Men cartoon, and it's all kind of very simplified hair. It kind of looks like almost like clay, and meanwhile this figure has really nice well-defined hair. And I also repainted the face. I'm not really sure if you know what the original looks like, but he looks considerably worse than this. But putting them next to each other, I still think this has a more of a, I don't know, there's something more natural looking about this like head shape. This one is really like triangular, like, and the eyes are a little bit too far apart. I do like it though, like well enough, but I really want to see what these two look like if I swap the head. I also repainted the eyes. The original eyes are kind of like, because of the face printing, they're a little bit fuzzy, and they kind of look like gold, and I just made them like quite clearly green because that's Rogue's eye color. And then we have this figure here, which I like the face, but it's always been like, the eyes have always been really ill-defined in terms of the sculpt. Like, you see how I've tried to like accentuate the eyes, but they're just really like long and have a weird shape. But the thing is, I really like this jacket for Rogue. I think out of all these bodies, I like in terms of the bodies, I like this one the most, but I don't like, I'm not huge on the yellow, and I'm not huge on this like lighter green. And then we have this one. I think I much prefer the chest to have like cloth here rather than just two like balls. I mean, like I said, we're gonna try to combine all these into one rogue. And starting off, we're gonna do my original plan, which is simply to swap the heads of these two. So I'm gonna heat them up with a hairdryer, and then we'll see where we land. Okay, so a minor mishap. It turned out that heating up the head actually kind of like melted the paint a little bit. Like, you can see the eyes look terrible now. This hasn't really happened before, so I'm not really sure what happened. But on another note, I did get the hair pieces off, and here they are. However, another funny thing. So this is what the animated rogue head looks like without the hairpiece, and as you can see, this big like peg goes up here, and it makes it impossible for me to like see what anything is gonna look like. So I'm gonna have to cut it off, and for that we're just gonna use my trusty hobby knife, and I need to change the blade, but something like that, and hopefully. Obviously, I need to grind away even more, but like if we just kind of like cheat it like this, I think this looks really good so far. So this is a very promising fix. I'm just gonna hollow out this here, like the little pegs, I guess, with a Dremel off camera, and then I'm going to also flatten this a little bit. So I'll be back in a sec. All right, so we're slowly making progress here. I removed the bandana, which was also another separate piece, and I just glued it back on, and the head like fits kind of in there. I think I need to, I don't know, I think it needs to like slot in a little bit further in, because I feel like the head is really long now. But I'm running into another issue now, in that it looks really good, but I need to sculpt like a little bit of hair here to cover up the ear, because I don't really want to sculpt an ear or like cut off another ear and glue it on. I need to see how this jacket from the Marvel Select Rogue fits on this figure here. So before we do anything to like really make the hair permanent, we remove the jacket from this figure. Okay, jacket removed, but it turns out that this jacket is actually glued on, which is gonna make it slightly more annoying to deal with. But I'm just gonna heat it up, so hopefully the glue is gonna loosen up, and then try it on for real. I'm also gonna do something with these arms here. More on that in a bit. As you can see, it was glued in quite a lot of places, but there aren't like any really egregious like nubs or anything. Like this one little piece here that I can just like shave off. let's see how much this covers up. I'm pretty sure you noticed this like scuff here, but before I figured before I went in and repainted it, I would see how much this jacket covers up. And because this is a bigger figure, and because this jacket is from a bigger figure, I kind of figured it would cover up a little bit more, but it turns out I was wrong. But let's see, head on, I don't know, like I really like the design on this jacket. Like, there's like nothing to this. This one has like straps and a really nice detail work, a really nice paint wash. I think I might do what I intended to do originally, and I'm gonna try to put these arms on here. And I have a siren figure that I bought simply because it would color match this green here. I think we can just pull these out if we heat them up. So one thing I really like about female Marvel Legends is that the arms, you can literally just pull them out. Let's see here. The pegs are actually kind of the same size, so I think we might be able to literally just like force them in. Yeah, we are. Okay. So these shoulders look huge now, but with the jacket on, it's gonna look better. And we're also gonna try to do something about these, like the actual arm bits. But yeah, gonna do this now. Okay, so we're here now. The hair on this head is just incredible. But I don't know if you can see it, but the shoulders are really, really wide. And I don't mind Rogue being like a bit, you know, like buffer side because it's Rogue. But this does look a little bit extreme. So what I think I'll do is I'll take the jacket off and I'll try to remove some of the plastic here at the side and then drill the hole a little bit deeper so the arms can collapse further into the torso. And I'm just going to do like a few millimeters. Other than that, I think this is coming up really, really nice looking. Okay, like I said, we're going to try to hollow out this area a little bit and remove some plastic here because this is where the main like collision comes into place. So hopefully we'll be able to collapse the shoulder pieces further into the body. So one, like, I don't know what to call it, like shoulder area, I guess, finished. And now let's try to replicate it on this side. Okay, so hollowed out everything, as you can see here. It's a little bit messy, like here. But, I mean, this jacket is gonna ideally cover everything up anyway. So I haven't actually drilled a deeper hole, and that's because I think it's actually a straight hole through the entire thing. And, yeah, I figured before I do anything, I would just see where I was at. Has this made a difference? I'm not actually sure. Not really sure. I'm gonna have to take like a before and after picture to see if this made a difference. Now, this looks infinitely better, but the greens don't really match. They are fairly close, but this is obviously like a metallic green. And I did buy this figure here just for the sole purpose of putting these arms on. Looking at them now, it's a like ever so slightly different green, but it's also very, very close, and it has the same kind of like matte finish that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna try to put them on. I'm not really sure how I will do it. I think I can hollow out like a little bit like up here to this like wrinkle, and then just kind of jam everything in there. So I have decided I will indeed swap the arms because I find them a little bit too long as well. So kind of really want this joint here for another project. So there we go. And then we have to kind of measure out what the how long the arms are gonna be, and then I'm gonna have to hollow out this inside, and then I'm gonna have to grind around here and then put it in there. And I can't go too deep because I don't want to interrupt this swivel joint here. Okay, so I haven't really thought this through, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, but I hollowed out like the arm here, and the articulation still works. And hopefully I haven't gone so far in that somehow the glue is gonna like lock up everything here. But here is like an arm, and just for show, like it's gonna like fit in like so, and I'm gonna obviously glue it in. But as you can see here, this is far too long, and it needs to be more like, I need to cut it off like around here. I'm a little bit worried about hitting like the inside of this joint here, but I think as long as I stay like slightly above where the peg goes, I should be fine. But I'm gonna do this off camera because this is far too delicate work. So here is the amount of plastic I cut off, and I'm not really sure, but we're gonna see. How long are the arms supposed to be? Like a little bit less than that. Okay, so we're approaching the finish line here, but when I attached this hair to this face or this head, I didn't take into account probably how exactly the hair works with the body, because there's quite a lot of hair just like rubbing against the back, and the head also kind of doesn't sit properly, like I can barely move it here. So in order to give it some more range, I thought I would take this America Chavez neck dumbbell joint, and I'm going to hollow out like a little circular crevice in here. I'm going to cut off like a little bit here too. So I will have like a double barbell joint, so I can hopefully free up some movement in the neck, because I really like how this is turning out, and I would like her to be able to, you know, pose a little bit more freely. Also, further things I did off camera, I actually cut off an ear from the other rogue head, and I just masked it with some bare hair strands. It's just kind of nice to know that the ear is there. I also cut off some hair over here. You can see like these grooves here are just made with a knife, and I also cut off some hair on this side here just to have some more clearance for everything. But yeah, I will try to hollow this out now. Alright, so here we can see the new neck that I've hollowed out, and it's pretty deep, and I had to remove like the original ball because it just kind of swelled up too much. But we put down the joint like so, and now we have a new ball. And there's also a little bit of movement here. Actually, there's quite plenty of movement. Wow, I didn't really anticipate that. So now we can put the head on, like so, and she can move quite freely, like so. With that, she is pretty much complete. I might tighten up like the neck joint a little bit, but it's not like too loose or anything. I might just shove some plastic in there. But for now, this is Rogue completed, and I might glue down the jacket at some point. It kind of wants to open up a little bit, but this is such a vast improvement over the original figure, I think. Like, I really love the head, like the hair and head combo, and the Marvel Select jacket and arm, well, like the entire jacket, the arms included, is just way better. Do I need to put a black wash on the belt? Okay, so a few minor things have been done since I last showed her off. For starters, I did give the belt a paint wash. As you can see, it just matches the jacket better, and I gave like the little buttons some silver details. And furthermore, I also actually just gave in and glued the jacket in place, because it tended to, because this is meant for the Marvel Select figure, which is slightly bigger, it kind of jutted out and didn't really sit properly. So just gluing it down kind of helps with the shape a little bit. Unfortunately, there is this like little gap here, but there's nothing I can really do about that, and that happens with Legends as well. It's unfortunate, but it's also kind of a necessity. If I wanted to, I could just go in there and paint it brown. So a quick little update, I just changed the glue placement on the jacket, so it's a little bit less egregious, but it's still there. But yeah, I fixed it as much as I could. So yeah, let's go over what we've done. So for starters, we took the X-Men 97 Rogue face and we put the Retrocard hair on top of it, and I had to modify it quite drastically for it to work. And then I added a custom joint here, so she has a little bit more movement, and because this didn't really want to work properly, like this hair kind of juts out here like inwards, and it didn't really fit with the placement for the neck hole. So by doing this, it just freed up a whole lot of space, because now I have slight tilt. And yeah, I also had to slightly modify the hair. You can see like here are some grooves here where I had to like cut away hair, and then I cut out some grooves to make it still look like sculpted hair. I did it on this side here too. You can see some straight lines in there. And because the X-Men 97 figure doesn't have an ear on this side, I cut off an ear, and then I took some of this hair that I cut off from here and just transplanted it to here, so it would be like a kind of natural way of hiding the ear, but it's there if someone asks. So and then along with that, we took the jacket from this Marvel Select figure, and we actually took the arms as well, and I modified the torso so the arms could go in properly, and then I cut away the original arms that stuck out from here, and I added some double jointed Siren arms. And this is actually kind of the main reason why I wanted to do a custom of Rogue in the first place, because these original arms, these 90-degree elbows, they're just not good enough, and I really hope Hasbro will move away completely from them. So as you can see here, they move perfectly well, and they sit there really tight, and we still preserve the swivel here. And yeah, this was quite a substantial makeover, but I am super pleased to have this Rogue. I think she looks absolutely beautiful, and I couldn't be happier with her. And just because I can, here she is with Gambit, and they look fantastic together. So thank you for watching, and hope you enjoyed.
No scenes, sugar. Just a little down-home charm. You look nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.